So I got a question for you guys. So we've all talked about like staying up way too late to play video games or getting like caught in the rhythm. Have you ever, like, I have been exhausted. Like, I know I need to go to bed. I am playing shit in the video game because I need to go to sleep. But I swear to God, if I don't beat this boss before I go to bed, and like I remember there, like again in Tomb Raider, there was this pack of wolves I had to destroy and like kill something else, and I just could not do it. I could not do it. My roommate was gonna go to bed at the time, and I couldn't scream anymore, and these things scared me. But it was like 15 minutes of failing this over and over and over again. I finally get it. I literally quickly saved, yeeted the controller away. I was like, I need to go to bed now. Like, is there been any mission that you're like, I need to complete this, but I keep dying over and over again because I just need to go to bed?
Well, that happens to me a lot because, especially like in games that have quests, I get distracted like very easily. Like, I'll be like, oh, I need to beat this boss, but I need to level up this character, but then I need to go do this, I need to go do that, and then I get distracted by a side quest. Like, so if I don't beat a fucking boss, like, then and there, it's going to take me a month to get back. Because I'm going to open up the game, forget what I was fucking doing, and then run off into the woods and collect some fucking mushrooms.
For me, that was actually pretty recently where I was playing Dark Souls 1 for the first time, and the final boss killed me about 67 times.
Oh my God.
I was literally, that's all day just grinding on that. It was a day off. I didn't have to work till like the afternoon the next day. I'm like, I can do whatever. I was so pissed. About halfway through, I literally just sat in the corner, just watched YouTube videos for like 15 minutes. I'm like, all right, I'm fine. Kills me another 10 times. I'm like, this son of a bitch.
At that point, it's just pure determination.
Oh yeah, I was like,
Pure
I've beaten
vengeance.
everything else in this game by myself. I'm going to beat you.
I wish I knew the level at which rage turns into rage quit versus rage continue. Because
And you know what's even worse is rage calm.
Yeah, that's bad.
I did have a moment of that. Like, it was like maybe two to go, like 2 more rounds before I actually killed him. I literally just...
And that's after rage quit.
Oh, yeah.
You come back.
And you can ask the roommate that he walked in, he checked me, he's like, walk away. I'm doing this. And I finally killed him. I literally just grabbed a pillow and just like... I was like, I did it. I'm done.
Kingdom Hearts did that to me a lot when I was younger because not because like it was a couple bosses that I couldn't beat, even though they were annoying. It was like, you shut your goddamn mouth. I'm kidding.
Can we also,
But no,
I was going to say, that song is a banger. You cannot
One Winged
convince me
Angel
otherwise.
is the best boss track.
But mostly
Yes.
because, like, in a lot of Japanese role-playing games, and I bring this up, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it. Like, there's definitely times where they say, all right, go find your mother. And you're like, where is she? And they're like, I don't know. You should figure that out. So, like, that game, so Kingdom Hearts definitely had me times where I had to turn off my PlayStation to go to bed, and I'm just sitting there stewing, like, where? I've been through every room. But most recently...
Are you my mother?
I'm just walking up to every NPC like,
Are you my mommy? Are you my mommy? Are you my mommy?
Are you my
But
mommy?
I remember that when I played Horizon Zero Dawn for the first time, and there's these machines called, I think, Death Walkers. It's been a minute. But there was a time where I'm playing this so late into the night, and I'm like, I can't, because I know I'm going to be thinking of how to beat it all night, and then I'm going to go to work thinking about it all day, and I just can't. So I need to beat this. Took me till 1 a.m, but I was like, yes! Yes!
There was a day I was grinding, again, really hard on Tomb Raider, and I just could not beat this. Like, I just could not beat this dude. Like, I just did not get the mechanics right. And I remember it stewed with me, and I had to go to work the next day. I was weirdly working days then. And I just walked in, and I had talked to my boss about it before because he also had played Tomb Raider. He just walks up, and he just sees me. He goes, you want to be anywhere else but here right now, do you? I was like, yep. He goes, guy with the flamethrower? Guy with the flamethrower. Cannot get him. Cannot get him at all.
What's worse is being in a game or a part of a game that's a dungeon or having a puzzle-based game and, like, you leave to, like, go to work or something and you're trying to work it out when you're at work and then you come home, use your strategy you came up with at work, and that fails too.
Oh, it's so infuriating. You're like, I spent all that time plotting and planning.
That was me when I was playing Bloodborne. I'm like, all right, how am I going to beat this boss when I get home? And then just epic fail. I'm like, well,
Yep.
all right. That was 8 hours of planning wasted.
Because you think you've cracked the code, and in
Yeah.
fact, you have not.
But you spend the rest of the time thinking you're a genius. Like, oh my God, yeah, I got this. I
Yeah.
got
It's like,
this.
I
I'm
know
so
their
smart.
You're beautiful minding at work.
I know their patterns. I got this. Oh, second phase. Never.
I immediately kills like,
You're not going to see this one coming.
That's the absolute
KO'd.
worst when you think you've finished the boss fight, and then it's like phase 3. You're like,
Oh my god.
I'm gonna die.
Why did this open up to a bigger room?
Because
Why is there more healing packs?
you brought up so much of Kingdom Hearts. Like, there's like phase 1, you get them. Phase 2, you're like, didn't see that coming. And then you think you beat them, but it goes, like Emily
Phase
just said,
77.
it goes to a bigger room, or the dimension shifts, and you're like,
Or
what's
it's
going
all
on?
dark now.
And nothing makes your heart sink faster than getting into like the 3rd phase, or dare I say, the 4th phase.
Oh God.
And like you lose, and you're just like, okay, you know, they're gonna start back over at that phase,
No.
and the whole fight.
Yup.
I'm like, there's definitely been times in games I put the controller down, like, this gaming shit just not for me.
I literally stopped playing Genshin for about 6 months because of that reason. Because in Genshin, the boss fights, there's a guy named Child, and there's 3 phases to his boss fight, and he switches elements.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god, that just reminded me.
And so I literally I was like, you know what? I need a break. I just didn't play for fucking 6 months, and then now I can regret it because I have way too much shit to do.
That reminded me of Dungeons and Dragons, where my boy Kane was a DM, and we're all fighting. Like, essentially, it's the top of a tower, but the tower is a dragon. There's like 8 dragon heads that are just attacking us, and we're all really strong. But like, every time we attacked this dragon and did damage, because we are fucking this thing up. I don't know what perk or magical item it held, but every time we did damage to it, its reaction was to spit fire at us and hit us with damage. And then it would be its phase. And I don't mean like one
That's
person.
brutal.
And I mean one person hit it, it would respond damage to all of us. So I'd be like, 50 damage, Kane, what you gonna do about that? And he's like, in response, the dragon.
Oh.
Uno reverse
Emily's
card,
like-
bitch.
Literally.
And then Emily's like, 95 damage. And he's like, really good. In response. And it just kept doing that. And I'm
Wild
like,
card
oh.
plus 4, motherfucker.
And I'm like, so it clearly doesn't have its own turn if it's using all this. And he goes, it's the dragon's turn. And all 8 heads come together. And I was like, please, I don't have any health left.
You've taken everything from me.
I'm like, I'm out of spell slots.
It's kind of like that TikTok I sent you where they were trying to figure out, like, so it was this group playing Dungeons and Dragons, and they had just defeated the boss because the wizard had turned it into a turtle, and they were yeeting it off the mountainside. And later somebody else pointed out, like, oh, only so many dice were allowed to be used. They used 236 dice to roll damage.
That's illegal.
Yeah. Well, or was it like 63? It was like a ridiculous amount of dice because they rolled 295 damage points for the damn thing.
That's illegal.
Because they turned it into a turtle, and then I can't remember what does Sushi always play. My brain's breaking. What character does Ashley always play?
Oh, she always plays a barbarian.
A barbarian yeeted it off the mountain, and so they were figuring out how much it took.